I work for an organization called the Global Partnership for Sustainable Development Data. It was a partnership, it's a multi-stakeholder partnership that was launched in 2015 when the SDGs were adopted by 193 member countries. It's housed currently at the United Nations Foundation, and the work that we're doing is really trying to support countries and implement a multi-stakeholder approach to address key data issues and challenges on achieving the SDGs and also sustainable development more broadly. The way that we operate is that we work across three different goal areas. One is on how to put data on the political agenda. Another is to really be able to create mechanisms that better connect the supply and demand issues. And the third is how do we create an enabling environment that looks at how interoperability, APIs, and how we're ultimately reducing the friction for how data is being able to flow across systems and users, and ultimately what you're able to do with that data. So we're working with a number of countries, both at the national and subnational level, really trying to bring government, private sector, and civil society together, and doing it within the context of the data revolution, and what that means for bringing together official national statistical type of information, but then also how open data and geospatial and earth observation and citizen-generated data and big data can be applied to all of that, such that you're able to become more efficient. There's more of these nimble and dynamic and real-time and near real-time data that can be applied to how the SDGs are being addressed. So you can treat it both from reporting and monitoring perspective, but then also for what it means for data for action and decision making. So right now in the global partnership, there's over 200 organizations that are involved across government, private sector, civil society, development partners, academia. Data roadmap process, we kick off with a national workshop in each of these countries where we bring together all of these sectors into a 2-day type of an event. And the whole idea there is that, for one, it becomes a political thing where you're able to put on a global platform what each country's intention is in terms of how they're addressing the SDGs. At another level, it brings together all these various stakeholders that are doing work related to SDGs at different scales that often the government doesn't know what's actually taking place. And it allows for this exchange and sort of high-level mapping of like what all the different work is that's going on at the country level. And then when we talk about the political side of things and the technical side of things and what it means to bring the data revolution together, that we use all of the inputs from that type of a convening to then define a process and a roadmap that can be used for a roadmap and how that country moves forward. A lot of this is already happening. What we try to do is like provide a mechanism that helps catalyze these efforts and then be able to create the types of brokering relationships, looking at different types of business models, bringing partners together to better collaborate and address some of these issues.